Good morning, good afternoon, good night. This is David Pierre, the Bright Sun, and this is the Bright Sun Podcast. Tonight, this evening, we'll be talking about dating, and I'm done with it, at least for now, or, something I'm open to, but I'm not going out of my way for currently. It's interesting. I've had multiple girlfriends and situationships, flings, and experiences. Not too long ago, I got out of almost a 3-year relationship. And even after that, went on dates and hung out with some girls and whatnot and things. And, this is the first time in history that I've simply been chilling. Like, I'm intentionally not seeking, going out of my way. I'm not. And before I would, the moment something was done, it was either, in high school, just be some other girl that I came across or that I knew or whatever. And then other than that, after high school, would be whatever other girl I'd come across in college or a dating app. Or I always had some anxiety, or I always had some weird place of sticking alone, of not being with somebody or talking to somebody or trying to be in love or whatnot. And of course, for a while, it was inspired, motivated by wanting to lose my virginity. And then at some point, it was simply wanting to experience, sexual things again. And then after that, it was wanting to, have a girlfriend, because who doesn't want a boyfriend or girlfriend, right? And after my last relationship, I felt surprisingly at ease. Of course I cried, or of course it was, I didn't like what happened, but at the same time, too, I was relieved. I was chill. I went to sleep still the same way I went to sleep any other night. And just life continued, And even after I went on dates and whatever situationships or whatever I had afterwards, recently I got to a point where I really thought about my state in life, my current state in my life, and seeing that I didn't like where I was at. Of course, I'm in a fortunate place, fortunate people. I'm thankful for the people that I have in my life, the place I've brought myself to, and my blessings. And with that, of course, I want more. There's more to be done, more to progress to. I find myself on these dates and all these things when I'm talking to girls. Of course, it's nice as a guy or whatever in general to not have your eggs in any basket, and I found myself in these interactions with truly barely even an egg, right? And sometimes I did feel a little, I'm not sure if you say desperate, but, I really wanted something to happen, or, I was kind of trying to look at the small light in the tunnel to see if something could happen between me and somebody, And after enough of those and some dates, I was like, you know what? No more for now. This isn't what I really want my energy to. This isn't what I really want a change in. Of course, it's nice to be intimate or to kiss somebody, or, knowing that somebody likes you and whatnot, sex, but my energy has shifted, more on purpose and family and self, just everything else, and money and career. Because I found myself on these dates and I was thinking, well, I don't have a lot of time for you. Of course we don't need a lot of time, but it's like, I don't have a lot of time for you. I don't want to make a lot of time for you. Maybe not even a day, maybe half a day, most likely like 8-ish hours, And I was like, well, I already have a hard enough time already getting everything that I want to get done. And so I add this into my life, and that'll make it even harder. And that's when I decided to stop. You know what? I deleted the dating apps. And when I see girls in person, of course I'm open to going on a date or being with somebody if they're that person, or if we get along or whatnot. Or I'm even open to some, casualness, not too much, or, if it happens, or just through interaction. But definitely not going out of my way anymore. And even then, too, along with the purpose and whatnot, I just find myself just not really clicking with a lot of people. I mean, they're cool, but, and who knows, I'm not sure if you say this is like post-breakup feelings or mindset or whatever, but I just don't really feel anybody. It's not a person that I've looked at and I'm like, yeah, maybe she's attractive. A woman, female, whatever, somebody could be attractive. And you could be interested because they're attractive, and then you want to see what can happen from there, And that's what would happen. That's how I'd go about it. But that doesn't mean that as a person you truly mesh with them. You guys mix, Especially for me, I'm quite the individual, I suppose. And there are pros and cons to being such an individual. Like when you're the rarer you are as a person, like there's that good part of, oh, look at you, you're rare. More people, I guess will like you, or you're seen to be, perceived as so different and whatnot. There's that specialty, mystery, complexity, whatever about yourself. There's also the other part of you also can't mesh with even more people than you would if you were quote unquote average or more similar to more people that are more similar to other people. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about average person, common person, whatever, the more closer you are to that, the more people you could get along with. But the less you are, the harder it will be. And that even affects dating as well. And that's something that I have experienced. It's not such a negative thing. It's more of, you can tell when you and somebody don't mesh, or you just, okay, they're okay to spend some time with or hang out with for a little bit. But, once you get deeper and the more that you get to know each other, it's just like, damn, we really are different. That's not saying you can't be different from somebody. It's just that there's some differences that can really make or break friendship, relationship, partnership, whatever. Even a casual thing or situationship or whatever people get into these days, or whatever I got into, right? Yeah, no, I'm really chilling right now. And this is the most intentional that it's been. Before, it was more involuntary. I guess you could say maybe at one point I was an incel. That's interesting, I suppose. Yeah, but now I'm intentionally. Though, if I really wanted to, I could, I could make things happen. And I don't think I need to prove that to myself or to anybody. I think I've already been there, done that. And so we'll see what happens. We'll see how it turns out. Love and dating. And I want you to think, too, for yourself of where you're at in life and what areas of your life that you would need to prioritize more than others. Because I'm also starting to learn that there's not so much of a balance of life or these things. It's like it's priorities. And some things are to be prioritized at times more than others. That's not saying one area like money or family is like at zero. It's just that, sometimes you got to prioritize family over money or money over family, things like that. That's not saying like one's more important than the other. It's just there are times when you're low on money. I'm not going to see you for a little bit, mom. Got to wait 2 weeks to see me instead of one because I need to make this money, Something like that, I suppose. Yeah. And I'm learning that, and I'm sacrificing a lot of my dating life and for everything else. But, yeah, I hope this has you thinking about your dating life and what you want out of it and what you want in life and whatnot. And I hope you take care. Stay tuned for another. It's a day to appear at the Bright Sun podcast. And you have a good night, good afternoon. Good night, good afternoon, and good morning. Adios. Hasta luego.